For my Think Aloud assignment, I decided to use the chapter from Stone Fox by John Reynolds Gardner. As I was looking at the cover and the title page of Stone Fox, I began questioning. I was thinking, who is Stone Fox, or what is Stone Fox? Is Stone Fox this boy on the front? Is it the dog? Is Stone Fox a place, and maybe it's the cabin in the background? I also started inferring that the boy must be somewhere where he's happy, or at least he is happy with the dog, and him and the dog are very close. I'm thinking that the dog must want to either go for a walk or play with the boy because he has the rope in his, or what looks to be like a rope hanging from his mouth. Also, I want to take a minute here to apologize. You can maybe hear my little one in the background screaming and playing downstairs. So, sorry. As I read the title here, I started thinking about the importance of grandfather. With having the title just be one word and very bold like that, I'm thinking that the author must want the reader to recognize the importance of grandfather and know that grandfather is a very important character in this story. I'm beginning to question, why won't grandfather get out of bed? Is he sleeping or is he sick? I also was inferring throughout this page that grandfather must like to play jokes because Willie thought that grandfather was maybe just kidding with them. Willie and grandfather must have a really great relationship because they like to do a lot of fun things together, and also that they enjoy joking around together and doing a lot of stuff together. I think that grandfather might especially like to play jokes because of pretending to be a scarecrow and hiding out in the garden until little Willie could find him. While I was reading this page, I was first inferring that grandfather must be a really hard worker because he gets up really early in the morning. I'm thinking that potato farming must be a lot of work because you have to get up so early. I'm also thinking that grandfather must be a really serious man and means exactly what he says, because he told little Willie if he didn't hurry up, he would put little Willie's plate with the chickens, and he did just that. I'm also inferring that little Willie must be feeling very scared that grandfather isn't waking up. Towards the end of this page, I start questioning, where is little Willie going? Is he going to get help? Will he bring somebody back, or is he just going to go tell somebody about grandfather? I'm also visualizing this frantic look on little Willie's face as he's running out of the house. He must be feeling very scared. On this page, I'm inferring that little Willie and Searchlight must enjoy doing a lot of things together, and little Willie seems to maybe rely on Searchlight for comfort and support. I'm visualizing it, just creating this mental image in my head of what Searchlight looks like. An older dog with black fur, a silver dollar size spot on her forehead, and possibly some gray around her mouth because she is 10 years old, and that's a bit older for a dog. I'm also imagining and visualizing the panic and frantic feeling that little Willie and now the dog also are having. I'm also thinking about Doc Smith, using my schema, what I know about doctors. She is hopefully going to come and help grandfather and see what is wrong with him. As I began reading this page, I was inferring that Doc Smith must also know that grandfather really likes to play jokes because she doesn't seem very panicked, and I feel like she just really understands the relationship that grandfather and little Willie have. They really get along and just enjoy playing tricks on each other. I'm also, towards the end of the story, beginning to question, what did little Willie say, or what is Doc Smith thinking that made her stop her reading and seem a little bit more serious or concerned about grandfather. As I'm reading this page, I'm inferring that grandfather, he must really enjoy music, and it must be very unusual for him to go to bed without having played the harmonica. I'm also beginning to think that Searchlight and grandfather are very close as she puts her paw on him and lays her head down on him. Searchlight is understanding that something is wrong with grandfather and showing affection toward him to help grandfather understand that Searchlight is also there and caring about grandfather. I'm questioning, why is grandfather's beard full of tears? Is grandfather in pain? Is grandfather sad? I'm questioning, what will Doc Smith find out? Is she going to find out anything? And what is she going to kind of do to help her get some answers? On this page again, I'm questioning, what is Doc Smith thinking? Why is she asking little Willie all of these questions? Does she think that maybe grandfather owes somebody something? Is she thinking that grandfather isn't feeling healthy because he's put so much hard work into the potato farm this year? I'm also visualizing just getting that mental image in my head of the feeling and the look on little Willie's face, the concern, the maybe disbelief, what really is going on. I'm imagining Doc Smith looking out the window, kind of gazing off, trying to just ponder and think about what really could be happening with grandfather. And again, having that picture of Searchlight just showing grandfather the affection and maybe the sad look on grandfather's face. I'm also beginning to infer that Doc Smith just maybe doesn't really know what's going on with grandfather, and she is trying to maybe get some more answers from little Willie to help her kind of figure out what could be going on with grandfather. As I read these last 2 pages, I started questioning, why wouldn't grandfather want to live? I'm starting to feel like little Willie is in disbelief and doesn't want to believe the answer that Doc Smith gave him about grandfather just not wanting to live anymore. Little Willie is showing this because he's asking questions about grandfather and his wanting to fish and go to the rodeo and turkey dinners. Little Willie is just not wanting to believe it because he doesn't understand why he wouldn't want to do those things anymore. Also, again, I'm visualizing that look on little Willie's face, just disbelief and scared, not knowing what to think or not knowing what to do. I'm also questioning, if what Doc Smith is saying is true, then why is grandfather continuing to tear up? I feel like if what Doc Smith is saying is true, then grandfather wouldn't be continuing to get so sad as little Willie is saying these things. After having read these first few pages of Stone Fox, it has really enticed me and given me some excitement to finish the book, and I'm continuing to question, what is Doc Smith going to find out? If she is going to continue to search for answers, is little Willie going to maybe have to kind of step up a little more and help take care of the farm a little bit more? And I'm just wondering what the story is going to have, how the story is going to, I guess, finish.